Hello and welcome to Photoshop Tutorial 2. So the purpose of this tutorial is to learn about primary and secondary colors and to use both the Paint Bucket tool and the Custom Shape tool. So let's jump straight in by creating a new document. So we can either hit Create New or File New. We're going to come over to this top Print menu and we're going to select A4 and we're just going to make sure that it is a portrait document. We're going to type in our first name, last name, and shoot to. And then we're going to hit create. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is to fill this background color with a secondary color. So when I say secondary colors, I mean colors that are made by mixing two primary colors together. So primary colors from year 7 are red, blue, and yellow. And then the secondary colors are green, purple, and orange. So I'm going to choose a green, purple, or an orange now to fill this background. So let's just choose a purple for now. So we're going to use our Paint Bucket tool, and the Paint Bucket lives in here as part of the Gradient tool. So keyboard shortcut G for Gradient, and then you're going to need to right click to select the Paint Bucket tool. Okay, so over here in my document, I have selected my foreground color. If I click once in the document, it fills the whole space with that foreground color. Okay, so next I'm going to add 3 shapes in 3 different primary colors. So to do that, I need to select a primary color. So for example, red. And then I'm going to use the Custom Shape tool. So the Custom Shape tool lives here under the Rectangle tool. So keyboard shortcut U to access the rectangle, and then you're going to right click and go down to Custom Shape. All right, so in this top menu here, this little icon tells us that we're in the Custom Shape menu. And if we move on over to the right-hand side of this same menu, you'll see the word shape and then a little picture and then a little drop-down menu. So if I click on that menu, there are a number of folders that contain all sorts of different shapes. So, for example, let me just select a flower. Okay, so I've got my fill color selected and I know that that's going to be red because I can see that the fill up here is red. I'm going to come over into my document. I'm going to hold down the shift key while I drag that shape. Okay, so you can see that holding down the shift key just constrains that shape, to a perfect shape. If, for example, I was to do the same shape again, okay, but if I don't hold down the shift key, you can see that the shape is out of proportion. And look, that's okay if that's what you're looking for, but it's just important that you do know how to use that shift key. So holding down the shift while you drag that shape constrains the proportions so that the image is as it was intended to be. Okay, so that is one shape we now have in our document. We need to add 2 more, and we need to use the other primary colors. So that was red. Let's go and select a blue now. Click OK. All right, so back in my custom shape, let me go and select a different flower. Back into the document, holding down the shift key while I drag to keep the proportions of that object. And then I'm going to do the same action one more time. So going back to that color foreground menu. Now I'm going to select a yellow. Okay, and back to my custom shape. Back to a different flower. And back down here, holding down the Shift key and dragging that shape. Every time I've dragged a shape, you'll notice I go back to the Move tool, and I'm just using that Move tool to put the object in place. All right, so if I'm happy with that now, I just need to flatten my layers and save my document. So I've got my layers palette open. I'm going to use that hamburger menu to go flatten image, and then File, Save As. And I'm going to pop that on my desktop. It's already got a name. I just need to make sure that it's a JPEG. So down here where it says Format, just need to ensure that's a JPEG. Then I hit Save, and using this slider, I just need to make sure that the quality is 12 or maximum. That just gives me a really high quality image to work with. Okay, so I'm just going to hit the OK button. And there you have it. That is tutorial 2 complete.